It's Greek week. In the next 90 minutes, we're gonna pull together a 3-course feast for a dinner party I've been prepping for days. My guests are on the way. Let's get going. Cheers. Hey, welcome back to my kitchen. I am happy to have you here. It's Greek week. We've been preparing all week for tonight's dinner party, and it's time to pull together what are actually the most simple parts of the meal. We're doing a main course of lamb chops, roasted really hot in a cast iron skillet, a lemon yellow rice that's super impressive and vibrant in its color and could not be easier, and then a traditional Greek salad. Very, very easy, gonna come together really quickly. Guests are on the way. Let's get into it. Prep. My oven is preheated to 450 degrees. In a couple minutes, I'm gonna turn my cast iron on screaming hot on the stove to get a nice sear on those lamb chops. The thing that will probably take the longest is the rice. I almost always use an Instant Pot for rice. It's incredibly easy. 3 minutes, equal parts rice and water, toss it in, forget about it. Let it naturally release for a couple minutes and then let the pressure go and you've got beautiful rice. We're making a crazy yellow lemon rice. First step, rinse the rice until the water runs clean. Our rice is rinsed. Into the Instant Pot goes equal parts, for me that's 1 cup, water with our rice, the zest and juice of 1 lemon, nice grind of pepper, pinch of salt, and a decent pinch of turmeric. This is gonna turn it that really vibrant yellow color. Last thing, a glug of olive oil. Gonna give it a stir. And this is what we're dealing with, super, super yellow. Onto our Instant Pot. Pressure cook high for 3 minutes. There we go. The rice is almost done. So I have about 3 pounds of lamb chops here. They look amazing. I'm gonna cook them in a screaming hot cast iron skillet. So I'm gonna turn a high heat under my cast iron. I'm gonna get that really hot, and I'm actually gonna shift it from the stovetop into the oven once I put my lamb chops in. I've got my oven preheated to 450. I'm gonna salt these lamb chops really liberally. Flip them around. Pepper. And they are ready to go when our cast iron is nice and screaming hot. I've had these sitting out on the counter for probably about a half an hour now to come to temperature. Bringing your meat to room temperature will allow the juices to distribute a little bit better and give you a juicier cook. And on top of those lamb chops, since they are seasoned so simply, I'm gonna bring some of the herbs into this dinner that we've been using throughout the week, prepping for tonight. And I'm gonna make my take on a chimichurri sauce. A little bit of parsley, a little bit of cilantro, a little bit of dill. Some sort of an acid. I'm gonna use a lemon zest and juice, some garlic, and we're gonna drizzle in some oil. The rest of this feast is already done. So earlier this week, I made 2 things with phyllo dough. One, baklava, a dessert. The other, spanakopita, little mini spinach pies that I'm gonna serve as an appetizer. I've also made hummus and tzatziki sauce from scratch. Those are all done as well. My friends are bringing the wine. I've pre-mixed up a Turkish twist cocktail, and we're ready to roll. I feel like in preparation for this dinner, I have juiced about 1,000 lemons and limes. So we're gonna switch our attention to our lamb chops. Okay, we've got a screaming hot cast iron. This is gonna go really quick. I'm gonna toss these lamb chops in and immediately tuck them into the oven. Now we're gonna bring our attention back to the sauce that's gonna go on top of the lamb. My take on a chimichurri style sauce. So as a reminder, in the food processor, I've got some cilantro, some parsley, some dill. I've added the juice and the zest of a single lemon, really big spoonful of raw garlic, a nice generous helping of fresh cracked pepper, and a couple really good pinches of salt. You want this sauce to be extremely flavorful. People aren't necessarily gonna eat it by the teaspoonful, but they will spoon it over their meat. And so it can really pack a punch as far as flavor goes. On goes the lid to give this a chop. All right, and now the final ingredient which is olive oil. This little food processor has a meter for olive oil or for other liquids that you want to drip in. So I can pour and it will meter itself. The beeping you hear is our Instant Pot. It's finished cooking for those 3 minutes. So it's now gonna do a natural release for a few minutes until we're ready for it. I'm gonna pop the lid and the rice is done. So I've just added probably a total of 2 tablespoons or so of oil to this little food processor. And we're gonna give this sauce a taste. It's bright and vibrant and exactly what I want from a sauce. I'm gonna do a couple more mixes because it's still a little bit chunky, but then we're gonna get it out and put it in the serving dish. Pour that into our serving dish. This is done. We'll set it aside. This fast and furious run to the finish is almost done. It's been like 30 minutes maybe. Next, we're gonna make a Greek salad. I'm gonna put my own spin on this Greek salad. I'm adding a little bit of lettuce, and I'm going to dress it incredibly simply, just with a squeeze of fresh lemon and a drizzle of olive oil and salt and pepper. I'm serving pita bread tonight with hummus and tzatziki and the meat, and I want people to have the opportunity to either build a little pita for themselves, eat this as a side salad if they want, or maybe they make this their entree and take the lamb and put it on top of the salad. So for this salad, I'm going to quarter a pint of tomatoes. This is probably the equivalent of 1 medium red onion. And I have an extra one here on my bench that I'm actually not gonna use. That's plenty of red onion for me. The biggest cucumber I've ever seen. I'm going to cut the ends off, cut it in half, probably cut it in quarters actually. And cut that on a nice diagonal. I'm gonna take a couple minutes to give you cucumber cam, because not only does my dog like carrots, he really is a fan of all vegetables. While we were getting distracted with cucumber cam, my timer went off for our lamb. It's looking delicious. I probably should have used a larger skillet, but it'll work just fine. We've got some nice color on these chops, but I'm gonna put them in and under the broiler to keep it going. It is fast and furious in the kitchen right now. The chops are in. I've put them under the broiler to continue developing some nice color. I'm gonna let them go for about 5 more minutes and then temp them and make sure that we're bringing them just to kind of the medium rare that we want them to be. Our salad, the only thing left is feta and some olives. So I'm gonna add the olives, dress it, give it a toss, and then add the feta. So these are just Kalamata olives, big tablespoon of salt, glug of olive oil, juice of the same lemon, a block of feta. And our salad is done. And our rice looks delightful. Look how vibrant and yellow that rice is. You see? Super vibrant yellow rice. In it, I'm gonna mix the rest of these herbs. Okay, I've mixed in those herbs. Now I'm just gonna give it a little taste test. Really good. Plate it up nicely. A little bit of olive oil on the top. And our rice is done. Excuse me, sir. Okay, so I'm gonna get a temp on these lamb chops. They're all in the 140s, which is exactly where we want them to be. So I am actually gonna take a few of them out of the pan and leave the rest on top of the stove cooking for just a little bit longer. Some of my friends like their meat a little bit more on the rare side. Some like it a little bit more well done. 5 of them out, and let these continue cooking. Either way, they're all gonna rest for 10 plus minutes. Our meat has rested, and in that amount of time, I've managed to get the kitchen mostly cleaned, given the dogs a meaty snack, and we still have 5 minutes to spare before our friends arrive. So just gonna do a little garnish, a little more parsley on top of these guys, And I can't wait. I'm gonna cut into one to make sure we did okay. Okay, some of these are cooked to 145. Some of them are cooked a little bit longer. This looks perfect for me. A little bit pink in the middle. So this looks pretty perfect for me. It's a little bit pink in the middle. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of our chimichurri sauce, spoon it right over the top, and we'll take a bite and see how we did. Very good. The lamb is quite gamey. I understand why people don't like lamb. If you're one of those people, you could do this with pork. You could do this with, frankly, even burgers. You could make an interesting burger with some chimichurri sauce over the top. But if you're adventurous and want to try the lamb, I would highly recommend it. The chimichurri sauce cuts the gaminess a little bit. So today, in less than an hour, I think I started this at 5:30, it's 6:27. We've pulled together a 3-course meal to finalize Greek Week. So appreciate you being here. I hope you give this menu a try. I'd recommend it. Keep an eye out for the other couple videos of Greek Week where I make baklava and spanakopita, play with phyllo dough, and then where we make hummus and tzatziki. If you liked this video, please give it a like. Subscribe if you want to stick around and see more content from me. I gotta get going. It's time to host a dinner party. We'll see you next time. Cheers.